All right. So we are recording. Welcome, everyone. We have Jackie here also. So this webinar I have entitled How to Build a Business as a Busy Mom. But for those of you that are watching the recording who are not a mom, I want you to know that this is also for you because we are definitely all busy. That's not something that's new in our life, and not something that is probably ever going to go away. Jackie and I were just talking about busyness. Jackie has 2 little boys and has just moved across the country. And I know for us, and probably you watching, that busy is something that is, there's always something that is kind of coming up. Doesn't it always feel like there's something going on? I know I have always felt like that I always have something that's coming up, whether it be a holiday or an event or moving or something going on with my kids that seems to sometimes feel like it's getting in the way of me maybe reaching for some goals or doing more for myself and my family, or maybe even my health. But you know, sometimes we have to just take that step in, deep breath, and say, you know what? There is always going to be something. And there are ways that we can do things like build a business in little teeny pockets of time. So we can work through that busyness. You know, I was talking the other day with somebody about overwhelm, that we don't need to put aside that overwhelm. You can still feel that overwhelm. It's like the busyness. You're still going to have it. You can still feel it. You can still accept it into your life, but still also reach for that more. So whether your dream or goal is to earn a little extra income on the side, or maybe go for the big income, go for it all, it doesn't matter. We can do that while being busy, while handling our kids' schedules and all of the life events that get thrown our way. So I thought I would start off sharing a little bit about my story and maybe some new stuff. Some of you might have heard my story of how I got started with coaching and building this business. But it was very much as a busy working mom. I started after I completed my first 21-day fitness and nutrition program. So some of you have already done some of these workout programs with me. They're home workout programs with simple nutrition. And I'd done my first 21-day program, and I had some good success with it and was feeling good. And my friend who had invited me to the program said, hey, why don't you join on to be a coach so that you can start to share this and help others get started also. And she said, and if you don't want to do that, you can even just join on to get a discount on some of the products. And my first thought initially was, absolutely no way, you got to be crazy. It's like you don't even know me. Do you even know how busy I am? And I just felt like she must have this life of, you know, complete freedom. But, you know, of course, that's not true because she had 2 kids. She also worked full time. But that was my initial thought, like, well, she must not know me. She must not have this crazy busy life, because my life at the time was working full time in software. And we were living in Ridgeway, Colorado, which is southwest Colorado. And I was driving about an hour each way to work. So I was working from home for my software job, but the only daycare that we had was actually an hour away. There was no daycare in our teeny little town. So the daycare I found was in Montrose, Colorado. So because of that, I had to find a place for me to do my at-home software job in Montrose. so that I wouldn't have to take my son all the way, an hour away to daycare, and then drive an hour home and be an hour away from him. So I ended up working at a co-working space during the day while my son was in daycare all day long. So we drove an hour from home every day so that he could go to daycare. I could work from this co-working space and then an hour back. And just felt very overwhelmed with adding that extra drive on and with putting him in daycare. I think a lot of moms often kind of go through this at some point, like this feeling of, why did I have him only to put him in daycare? It was a strange sort of feeling. But I said yes to becoming a coach because I was feeling good with the changes that I was starting to make with the home workouts, the simple nutrition, and the daily nutrition shake, and I wanted the discount. And then I started to have some friends and family, and mostly friends, ask me, oh my goodness, what are you doing? I see some changes in you. And I realized, oh, well, if I just share with them, which I'm gonna do anyways, just like I would share my favorite restaurant, I will get paid for doing that. It was about like $40 for them to start doing what I was doing, and then we do it together. And I realized I really could use some extra money for the extra things. My software job paid decent, but it was really like middle, what is it called? Middle wage. So like average income, which I always thought was good. But really, when you look at the numbers, it is just kind of barely making it, especially when you start adding a kid into the family and a dog into the family. You're still sort of living paycheck to paycheck. So I wanted that extra money to help with things like getting my hair done, buying the clothes, having the freedom to go out to dinner with my girlfriends without having to worry about, like, wait, do I have the money to do this? And then going on a family vacation once a year. So I was like, okay, I'm signed up, and let's start to do this, help some friends and family to join me in doing something I'm already doing anyways that's making me feel really good. So, that's how I got started doing the business, and why I also joined the business, really started to get going with it. So I really wanted that little extra income. And I never really wanted to go for a part-time job, because I felt very overwhelmed with my full-time job, with being a mom, with being a wife also. And I didn't feel like I had the time to go work a full-time job in the evenings. I didn't want to take away from my time, from my family's time, to work a part-time job in the evenings. So that's also why I was like, okay, I'm already doing this. I'm already doing the workouts. I'm following the nutrition plan. Now just sharing that with my friends as a way to also make an income, that I can do. So that was my story. Let's talk a little bit, and we're gonna have time for questions too, about your role as a coach and as a business owner. So I think sometimes when we see, maybe if you're watching me on social media, or if you watch any other coaches on social media, it can look like on social media, like you have to do quite a bit. And it's a little deceiving, I think. I know I thought that when I was first looking at coaching. So your role as a coach and as a business owner is really to, quite simply, just share your story, share who you are, and share your journey. So whatever that is for you, it's probably very different from what that is for me. And then your role coaching is to be there to help other people get started on their journey. So as you make friends with other people, or you connect with friends in your social circle, help them get started. Just sharing, again, your journey. Hey, I'm doing this great workout program. It's helping me feel more energized. It's helped me lose that last 10 stubborn pounds, whatever that case may be for you. And then finding out from them, what are you struggling with, and how can I help you get started? And then being their friend along the way as they're doing the workout program right alongside with you, as they're following the nutrition program right alongside with you. So their role is basically, I've heard somebody, one of my mentors say, is to be a professional friend maker. You're there just to be friends and support one another along the way. I think after this, we'll go into some questions, but let me talk first about some worries, fears, and misconceptions that often come up, I think, with this business and with coaching. I think one thing that comes up a lot is that fear of, well, I don't want to have to sell. I don't want to come across as salesy. That's not a style I want to get into. And I'll tell you this, especially on my team, I wouldn't want you to do that. But I've found the best coaches don't sell. As I just said, what you do is you go out there and you just share your story. You are just sharing what has helped you feel better, or again, like I said, share your story. I'm rambling a little bit there. You also are going out there and just making connections with people, making friendships. So you can make connections with old friends that you haven't seen in a while. You can reconnect with people in new ways. So people even in your inner circle, just reconnecting with them if you haven't spoken in a little bit. You can also connect with new friends. There's so many different ways that we can connect with new friends in our community space and on social media if you choose to go out through the route of social media. So it's not about selling, it's more about connecting with people, building friendships that have actually maybe even nothing to do with health and fitness. And then from there, you are just sharing your story of life, your story of what you're doing every day to live a healthier life and how that's fitting in for you. Another thing that can come up a lot is a fear of maybe not feeling like you have a big social following. So building this business, we don't have to build it on social media. And I know this fear can kind of come up with like, okay, I'm really busy. How would I build a social following when I don't have a lot of time to give to social media? Or I don't have a big social following, so how do I even start this? So two things. One, you don't necessarily have to build this business on social media. This business absolutely can be built just in your human connections, friends and family, just sharing with a few friends and family here and there. You also, if you choose to go the route of sharing on social media, absolutely, that's no doubt these days, especially where we have the potential to grow our businesses more. And there, we can fit in our busy lives, growing our social media in little teeny weeny pockets of time. So when I started off, I only had probably 100 friends on Facebook. And I was using Facebook only to share pictures of my son with family across the country, and like never clicked like on photos or anything. I didn't like Facebook at all. I didn't like social media. I thought it was ridiculous. It made no sense to me. So I avoided it. But I've grown my social media following by just slowly, again, sharing my story and going out and connecting with people. So first with my friends in my inner circle, and then friends, like, so old high school friends, maybe old college friends, and quite simply just going to their pages and commenting on their photos. So if, for example, they went to the beach this summer, if they were able to do that, and making some genuine comments, reconnecting with them. If they posted a picture of their kids, you know, saying, oh my gosh, look at this, you have kids now, they're so grown, I can't believe it. How was your time at the beach? Just simply reconnecting. And by doing that over time, that rebuilds your social following, or that builds up your social following. And as a busy mom or a busy person, this can be done by just little 5-minute snippets here and there. So, you know, if your kids are playing a game, or if they're like my son, they're watching fishing on YouTube. Oh goodness. Are you guys still there? The phone rings. Why you don't do Zoom on the phone, now we know. So, you know, if he's watching fishing on YouTube, I might take 5-10 minutes, make a few connections with people, and that starts to build up my community space. You can just take another 10 minutes in the evening. So it's those little teeny snippets of time. You don't need hours and hours with your social media in order to build it up. A couple other things. Sometimes I've heard the fear, and I know I felt this too when I first started, of having to be already at your goal, maybe goal weight, even goal feelings, or even just having started before you can actually start to be a coach and build this business. And that is a complete misconception. Some of the best coaches that I've worked with are coaches who start right out of the gate, sharing their journey from day one and bringing their friends right along with them from day one. So coaching is not about being a professional fitness instructor or a nutrition expert. We have those for you. So you're just there, quite literally, being the support for somebody else. And as you're supporting somebody else, you're also getting support from them. So you guys are going to be linked arm in arm all throughout the way. So even if you're feeling like, yeah, but I still feel like I need the support too. Well, as you're supporting somebody, you're going to be getting support right back from them. Just by linking arms with somebody, you automatically, it's almost like through osmosis, will feel that support because you're not out there floating alone any longer. So no, you do not have to be at your goal anything in order to get started. And then the last thing, I think we've already kind of touched on it, is no time. But you know, whatever your tasks are in building your business, if it is to grow your social media, if it is to connect with your challengers in your challenge group. So we do these online groups to support people. If it's to, once you start to really grow your community, if you want to build your business, send out an email. All of these tasks we do in little snippets of time. And I have a training program to help you learn how to time block your time, to do it in little snippets that fits into your life, into your schedule with your family. So it's, you know, 10 minutes here. If you have a half an hour there, but you figure out how you want to time block your time that works best. And you can absolutely build that business in little short snippets of time. I definitely did that with just working only about a half an hour a day during my lunch break when I was working full-time in my software career, and then maybe a little bit in the evening, but no more than that. So it can be built with little bits of time and not full days. Before I get into how to earn an income, Jackie, do you have any questions? Okay, so how to earn an income. This is the juicy part. So you earn an income by sharing it with your friends and your family and whomever you're helping to get started. And what's really cool is you don't actually have to buy any product like some other network marketing businesses and handle shipping it out at all. So all of that is handled by the company. So all you do to earn that income and to get that commission and get someone started is you quite simply send them a link. And when they purchase, you then get paid a commission. And it's a 25% commission on whatever it is that they purchase. So it's really easy to earn an income that way because you're sharing what you're doing. You are supporting new friends all along the way, making new connections. And then when they're ready to get started, you send them a link and you automatically get paid a commission. And the other way that you earn an income is when you start to build your business and you have other people join your team as coaches. As they then start to sell products or sell packages and have people get started on their programs, it builds up team volume and you get paid bonuses on that. So there's two ways that you get paid. You get paid by your direct commissions from people that you help get started and by team bonuses from the coaches that you have helped get started when they help people. So yeah, any questions about earning an income? I think you went on mute. Okay. So there is training that I do provide when you get started with me. There is so much training that the company provides you. And honestly, I feel like it can get really overwhelming. So I like to hone it in a little bit for you. I do offer, it's about 4 or 5 training courses over the month when you decide you want to go for it. You know, when you sign up with me, I ask you right off the bat, are you wanting right now in your life to just sign up and get the discount? Or are you thinking you're in this kind of as a hobby, meaning you're only wanting to help a few friends and family here and there? Or are you ready to go for this and see what you can make? Are you ready to really go for the hills? And, you know, if you're kind of somewhere between hobby and going for it, then we're going to enroll you in my Coach University, we'll call it. And we've got, I mean, we've got to give it a name, right? We've got these coaching calls where I'm going to hone in the training for you to help you really hone in on the time blocking of your time, what it is you want to prioritize for your income producing activities, and how to start to really hone in on what your story is and how to share that, how to make those connections. So to really simplify all of it for you, build and start to build your business and see some success right out of the gate. But I'm going to help you to build this in a way that fits into your life. So depending again, like where you're at today and what you're wanting from the business, whether it be hobby level or really going for it, I'm there for you. Yeah, that's the training. Linking at my notes. I want to make sure I forget anything that I wanted to cover with you today. So, I mean, my main point is, I think what is really important to me with coaching, as with health and fitness, is that it needs to fit into your life. Whether you are ready to really go all the way with it, or you're just thinking, I want to see what this is all about. I think it's got to really fit into your life, your schedule. As a busy mom, a busy person, there's always something that's going to be coming at us, that's going to be wanting to stop us. So we want to find ways to say, you know what? I'm going to make sure that I make money at this, and I'm going to feel successful. I'm going to feel really good doing this. So one of the other reasons that really drove me to this business was I'd always wanted to do something that made a difference in the world, that helped people. And I was in this career of software and I wanted to change, but I looked at school and it was expensive and it was going to take up time. And I didn't want to put all that energy and money to it. And this came my way and it showed me that it's possible to do that without putting the time and the money and all that energy to make this total flop, flip to my career. I could make that change to my career in a way that just like naturally fit into my life. It allowed me to gradually make that change to my career. So I was able to fit this in while working my full-time career, while being a mom, while going through crazy stuff in my marriage. And then even till today, where I've last year left my software job and now doing this full time, and it's saved me through Corona, because without this, I'd have nothing right now. And I'm grateful for that. So it can fit into any crazy busy life. So the cost to start up with this business is very minimal. So if you've already started with me, like Jackie, I know you already have, you've already bought a challenge pack with me in the past, so your enrollment fee is actually waived. So for those of you who are not already started with me, if you're watching this recording, the cost to start up would be to get started doing a health and fitness program with me. A challenge pack entry for that would be $160. So we would get you the home workouts, we would get you started on a nutrition program. And then that challenge pack would waive the enrollment fee to actually be a coach. But it would get you going on all of the home workouts that you would be sharing with everyone that you are helping to get started on their fitness programs. It would get you started on the simplified nutrition, helping you learn how to balance your portions and balance out all of your food groups as well. And get you started on our superfood nutrition shake also. So it would get you started on the program that you'd be sharing with all your friends and family, everyone you're ready to get started on their health and fitness. Then there is a monthly fee to be a coach. So it's $15.95 per month. That gets charged 30 days after you enroll. And that covers the cost of, if you remember I said, we don't actually have to buy product and ship it out. So that enrollment fee covers the cost of the company handling all of that for us, the shipping of all of the products, the customer service of all of the products. It covers all of the back office that we get offered. So we have this great back office system that we access on our computers or our phones to give us training, to give us insights to our customers, to our business. Gives us all of that we need in order to build and run our business. And then it gives us some perks too. So I've kind of mentioned the 25% discount. So you get that discount on products that you purchase, like the Superfood Nutrition Shake. There's some other favorite products that I have, like a pre-workout Energize, post-workout Recover. I'm obsessed with the collagen right now and the digestive boost. So they're my two new obsessions that I have right now. So there's a number of products that you would get a discount on with that discount. But some other perks that you get as a coach is the ability to earn trips, which is really awesome, especially as busy moms. And, you know, one of the big things for me that drove me to this business was the ability to earn money for vacations. And you can earn actually free vacations with this company, which is really awesome. We call them Success Club trips. So with every time you have somebody join, they buy a challenge pack typically, which is a year membership to the workouts with the Superfood Nutrition Shake and the simplified nutrition program that they learn. And when they purchase that, you get what we call Success Club points. And as you accumulate those, you earn trip dollars, which can earn you a free trip. So they go to places like Mexico. We go to places like, I was going to say Cancun. That's Mexico. So there's been a cruise as well. So all kinds of awesome trips. So there's a lot of really great perks in that way that can be really fun. Yeah, the last thing that I want to share, but first, before I get into that, Jackie, any other questions?
I guess my only question at this point is, I haven't been on the website in a while. Is it, does it have all the prices on the website for all the products and all the different completion and challenge packs?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. All the pricing's on there.
And it's 25% off anything?
It is, yes. So until you are signed up as a coach, you will see the prices without the discount. What's really cool is once you are signed up as a coach, anytime you log into the website, you'll see the pricing with your discount. So it's just really black and white as to what your pricing is. Yeah. Okay. And you will notice on the website, there are lots and lots of packages. So, you know, I talked a little bit about our role as a coach is to support people on their journey. I've definitely found a lot of our role too is to help people navigate the packages. And sometimes that can feel a little overwhelming at first because there's so many different packages. And so that would be part of my job is to help you learn that because they can be simplified to understand, really. But also, you know, you can start off just honing in on some specific ones that are important to you and that you feel are valuable to share. You don't necessarily have to learn every single nitty-gritty package that there is. And I don't think that you are then giving a disservice because by missing some of those other nitty-gritty packages, if you hone in on those that are the most that give the most value, you are definitely giving your customers the most value. You are not gypping them, basically. Does that make sense? Because as those packages go on, basically they get to be just like other nuances of the same thing. They're not a better discount necessarily. So they're just different nuances of the exact same thing, which is why it seems so complicated sometimes. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. That's a good question. All right, so let's talk about how to sign up. For those of you that are watching the recording, I am going to put below in this email, because I'm attached this recording in an email for you, a form for you to fill out. But I want you to know that I'm actually only taking 5 people this month, so I can mentor you all exactly how you need to be mentored to get started successfully. So make sure you filled out that form really quickly. So to get started, it's actually just that simple. Jackie, you can just tell me either after this call or on this call, your choice. Everybody else, you just fill out that form and we will go ahead and get started. And then after you get enrolled, you know, as I mentioned, once you get signed up, if you've not started with me before, we'll get you started with your fitness program, your nutrition program. If you've done those before, then we'll get you enrolled right away. And then the first thing that you'll get from me is an email. And I'm just going to ask you, what are you wanting as a coach right now? Where are you right now? Are you wanting to do this for the discount, as a hobby, helping just a few friends and family here and there? Are you ready to go all in? So I just want you to know that is up to you. And I am going to ask for you to reply back to let me know. And from there, we'll take your training from there and get you plugged into the right training for you. So yeah, now's the time. I'm only going to take 5 people this month. So I want you to fill out that form right away and let me know what you're ready for. Yay. So I'm going to stop the recording. For those of you watching, thanks. Oh, wait, cancel. That's not how you stop the recording. How do I stop the recording? Oh boy. Okay, if you're watching the recording, you're going to be like, what in the world?